Good morning, you lovely lot. Do I look tired? I'm very tired. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Notch to 11 and welcome to a glorious Sunday morning. I'm halfway between my home and a wonderful group dig that is going on as we speak. It's a weekend put on by the Let's Go Digging Club. I've been on a couple of Sudbury weekenders this year already. I've been very, very lucky to attend those, and they have some amazing land. And then out of the blue, sitting there minding my own business last night on a Saturday evening, I get a message from a good friend, Rob, who I met last week on the Clacton dig, who I used to knock around with back in the school days. He's got a spare ticket for the day dig today. So what's a boy to do? So without further ado, I'm kind of halfway there. I'm about 10 minutes, 15 minutes away. It looks like amazing land. We've had some amazing stuff come up already, including lots of gold and lots of really good Saxon silver. So keeping everything crossed. Thanks as always for joining me. I'm going to get cracking. I've got my coffee and we'll see you on the fields. Here we are then, we're here. Another great, beautiful day. Rob's over there, thanks Rob. Thanks for giving me a shout about the ticket. Yeah, we're off and running. It's very claggy, as you'd imagine. We've had tons and tons of rain here over the last few days, but we're off and running with the Manticore. There we go, we're on the headphones, but you can probably hear it a little bit. Early 40s on the target line. Let's see what we got for our first hole. It's not deep, I don't think. Be a few more chest digs today because of the wet, basically. There you go. It's going to be quite wet to put the tripod down and stuff, so we'll see how we get on anyway. I'm whispering because I'm surrounded by people. In here. What do I do with it? There we are, is that it? Oh no, first find of Let's Go Digging Sudbury is round. It's a button. Right, second target of the day was very deep, which you probably can't see because the sun's on it. And it was all over the place, but I dug it. So it's gone up into the 80s and 90s. So I thought we'd reveal it together, if nothing else. And there we are. That looks like that might be worth a dig, doesn't it? Yeah, lovely. They were on this field yesterday. A gold ham had come out of this field. There are new fields open today, which we might venture to a bit later. But because this was very handy to the cars, we thought, well, let's give it a whirl. Come on here first. So people have missed stuff yesterday, which is a good sign for us. Anyway, let's just have a... Oh, it's very claggy. Yep. It's a halfpenny of somebody's. I thought I saw a little head there when I was just talking to you. Oh, there's Britannia, definitely. There's a bonce on here somewhere. Yeah, don't know who that is. Probably a George, someone like that. Oh, it's facing left. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's very cool. That will be George II, I reckon. Oh, excellent. George II halfpenny, I think. Excellent. Well, we'll take that. See you in a bit. Right, next one
It's a very faint early to mid 90s. And I'm only getting it one way, the other way it's coming down to... Coming down a bit better there now actually. Cleaned up a bit. Yeah, it's got to be worth a dig, isn't it? Right. Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, it's quite iffy, so it could be either deep or cack. But either way, it's got to be worth a go, hasn't it? As I say, this field's been done, so yes, quite, presumably reasonably heavily yesterday. So as a result, you've got to try and dig some of the iffy ones as well. So stuff people have missed. Yeah, not sure. Let's have a look. It's still in there. Right, I'm going to have to get my knee dirty. I've done so well so far. Yeah, it's deep, whatever it is. I've dislodged it. Oh yeah, that's worth a dig. That looks coin shaped to me. Oh, I've lost it again. Where are you gone? There it is. Oh yeah, that was worth a dig. Definitely. Cool, another coin. Looks like it might be George V. Nice colour. Right, let's have a give it a clean up. Back to you in a sec. Yeah, brief interlude there, because I got a shout from Rob. Just found himself a tiny little hammered penny. I reckon it was either it's a voided short cross, so presumably a John, Henry or Richard. So yeah, still stuff here. Well done, mate. Nice bit of silver for him to start, and a lovely bit of green for me. George V. I think it's a penny, and we'll take it. Let's crack on. Right, well, it's been about an hour since you last saw me. Rob and I have had a mooch through another field with just buttons and cack, really. I have found another copper coin, not sure what it was, someone else facing left. And apologies for the background noise, I'm right by a road here. Yeah, but someone came over to talk to me as I kind of unearthed it, so I didn't bother to film it after that. But yeah, so I'm just coming to this little dip here. I'm going to sit down and have a coffee for 5 minutes. Rob's gone off onto a stubble field. And we got that. 73, 74. Got to be worth a try, isn't it? Let's have a look. Right, so we're not far away, look. Could be Tin Can Alley, couldn't it, near the road? Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why you wear gloves, kids. Glass bottle with very sharp edges. Had a feeling it might be. Oh well, worth a try. Coffee time. Well, just stopped for me coffee. And about there is where I just took that aluminium lid with the glass sticking out of it. One more swing, got a 71. Thought, oh, that's going to be another bit of that cack. But it's not, it's a coin. I've literally just taken that clod out and I can see it staring back at me. Quite a modern one, I suspect. Oh, it's very, very claggy. Right, let's just give it a wipe. A gentle wipe. Oh, not that modern. Is that George? Oh, everything you touch just turns to mud at the moment. It might be George VI, I suspect. Another little penny. Let's give it a squirt. Back to you in a sec. 1930 something, is it? So it's not, it's George V. Alright, on the trousers. Where is he? There he is. The main man himself. Oh, that's a lovely nick, actually. Yeah, very, very happy with that. That's 4 coins. All green, though. And, I shouldn't complain, but kind of hoping I'll get the grey, silvery one. Or possibly even the buttery yellow one. That's what we're after. Cool, we'll take that, though. See you in a bit. I really should be live digging these, but it's so claggy and so hard work. It's easy just to kind of unearth them, at least get them out of the ground and then try and pinpoint them. Anyway, straight after that George V penny, next swing, one in the 60s. Flicked it out, another edge. Can you see it? Let's have a look together. Is it a coin or a button? Yeah, it's another coin, I think. Oh yeah, happy days. Little half penny, maybe a farthing, maybe a little bit too big for a farthing. Hang on, bear with me. Give it a... Is that going to be a ship's halfpenny? I think it might be. Cool. Okay, well, let's give that another quick squirt. Back in a sec. Oh yeah, don't mind that. Never mind these. 1940 something, 1941 maybe. So that's George VI. 2 coins on the bash. Happy days. We don't mind that, not one little bit. Right, come on the silver. Well, I'm hoping that does it justice. As you can see, this particular field is very blobby. Very, very blobby. Which means it's hard work on the ankles. It's very, very wet. So there's, every hole is saturated pretty much. But we've gone and done it again. We've got another coin, I think. Again, another one in the early 70s. As you can, hopefully that's coming through. You can see how wet it is. That just trying to find them, let alone reveal them and then clean them off. Oh, look at that. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. But that is a coin, and that's beautiful. So I expect that's another penny, and I suspect it's another George V or that era, because I'm in the same place as I was for the last 2 or 3. So cool, excellent. Let's have a clean, and I'll give you a quick look. Let's got the coin first. Smack bang in the World War II, Battle of Britain, George VI. Excellent. Coin after coin at the moment. Just want them to change colour if possible. Right, see you in a bit. This next one, I can't tell you how excited I got for about 2.5 seconds. I picked it up and I genuinely, because it was covered in mud obviously, I genuinely thought I'd found a Saxon brooch. These massive great cruciform or crucifix brooches. Instead I found a rather lovely green hinge. Moving on. Well, I had a feeling this was going to happen eventually, because I've had a long line. I've basically been walking down here since I had a coffee. A long line of copper coins, and I just figured to myself, if I keep going, one of these is going to turn grey or silver soon enough. There we go. Hey, in the 80s, on the target line, just under the surface. I didn't have to dig it, I just pinpointed it, but I found it, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's a little bit of milled silver. Let's get that glove off so we can get into it properly. Just stand you up actually, might be a bit easier. Yeah, little sixpence I think. Oh, why aren't you focusing? Sod's law, isn't it? Little George V. Yeah, lovely. Right, let's get the zoom lens on. For some reason it's not focusing. It's all this blooming mud, I think. Right, back to you in a sec. We're on the silver. Yes, indeed. Look at the state of that. That is beautiful. Silver stuff. I knew we'd get one in the end. I had a feeling. 1918. So it's a full silver. Only just, but it's a full silver. George V, sixpence. And that is a beauty. Hello, sir. Loving the tash. Yeah, fantastic. Love it. We're on the silver. So plenty of copper coins and a silver. And it's not even lunchtime. Right, let's get cracking. Right, next one. We're into the afternoon now, and I'm still on this kind of line where I've been finding the coins. Had one really deep, faint 90s and a bit jumpy, so I persevered, and it's a long way down. I mean, that is probably a good 10 to 12 inches down. I saw an edge which I thought was going to be a cartwheel, because that's what I saw, nice and thick, but actually it's this. And full disclosure, I obviously have already looked at it, but it's got me slightly curious because it's very green, I don't know if you can see, appears to have like workings on it. So is that modern tut or is that a bit old? You decide. I don't know. It's very, very green. I'm going to give it a squirt, but I'm going to record it just in case it turns out to be something of note. But I'm going to record it and I'm going to give it a squirt. So if there's anything there, I'll let you know. But failing that, we've got a lovely green ringy thing with something that's possibly broken off there. Don't know. Cool. And it was deep, so that's why I'm intrigued. Let's give it a squirt. If not, I'll see you on the next one. Well, the clever amongst you will have realised very quickly that I've moved fields. So that was super hard work, that previous field. But it did bring some goodies. It brought plenty of copper coins and that lovely little silver sixpence. But really for the last hour or so, I've just found absolutely nothing. So I'm kind of walking through a bit of stubble and then back onto the road and then heading back to the original fields where we came from and where the car is. About 2 hours left. Just had a 20. Thought was a button, so I didn't bother putting the camera on. So obviously, full disclosure, I have picked it up and wiped it. But I think it's a little coin actually, a little copper coin. If you can see that, wafer thin, and no sign of a shank. So yeah, I actually think that is a copper coin rather than a button. So yeah, very happy with that. Yes, another copper coin. Right, I suspect this is a bit older though. So let's give that a squirt, see if there's anything there. If there is, I'll be back to you in a second. If not, we'll take a closer look back at the ranch. Yeah, very happy with that. That's by far the oldest coin I think I've found so far. I suspect anyway. You can just see some kind of milling around the edge. And then is that an A and N or L-A-N on the top there. And then definitely some writing on the other side as well, look. So yeah, hard to see or hard to say from here in this light, but that is definitely a coin. And I'm very happy with that. That's excellent. Right, we'll have a proper look at that back at home, but for now, 2 hours left. Let's get moving. Right, the next one I think I'm very happy with. Kind of 23, 24, 25. It was a bit splodgy. It was only a couple of inches down, but I think I finally found a little artefact. Not that old, but I'm very, very happy with it. Because I haven't found one for a little while. Excuse the hand in the way. I'm trying to get into it. There we go. Oh, I think that's a little watch winder. Just looking from here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, never ever mind finding them. That is glorious. Yeah, not the most prettiest you'll ever see. I have found some absolutely gorgeous ones with patterns and all sorts on. But that's a watch winder. That's a lovely bit of history. And we'll take it. Next one, in the 30s. I found a couple of these now, which I didn't bother filming. But always nice to show a little pistol shot. Only a tiny one. But yeah, we're happy with that. And as I always say, proper history, boy. There we are then. We're done. It's been just over 6 hours of digging. I've lost Rob completely, but if you watch this, Rob, thanks mate, really appreciate you sorting out a ticket for me. I've had a great day. It's been amazing weather. Bumped into a few familiar faces as well, which is awesome. And I found a ton of coins, and you can never fault that. Would have liked more of them to have been silver, but we did get one, and that was a beautiful little silver sixpence, full silver as well. So that's awesome. Loads of copper coins, some other bits and bobs, a couple of little artifacty things. But definitely stick around to the roundup because it's so muddy. Hopefully there'll be a lot more to see from those coins and bits and bobs that I found. And likewise, if you're new to the channel and you've enjoyed what you see, drop us a sub. I'll be most grateful. Yeah, so that's it. I've got about 100 yards to go, then I'm back at my car, and then I'm going to head home. So as always, a massive, massive thank you for joining me, and I'll see you very soon.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the roundup. Thanks as always for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's video, even half as much as I enjoyed making it. It was a fantastic day under the sun. Massive thanks to the Let's Go Digging organisers and team.
a couple of which I met on the fields as well, so that was really, really cool. Also, a massive thanks to Rob for organising the ticket and letting me tag along, mate. Really enjoyed your company whilst we were together. We kind of split up, as often happens on the fields, and I never saw him again. But no, it was good fun. Thanks, mate. And we had a great time. I was digging probably no more than 6 hours, probably much closer to 5 actually, with the breaks and the walking in between fields and that kind of stuff. So for 5 hours, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Plenty of buttony type things, all pretty blank. Couple of little tack. I don't know whether they're shoe tacks, hobnails, or whatever they're called. Some interesting curios, and obviously this isn't everything. We put some stuff in the scrap and bin as well. This I thought was going to be one of those little powder containers for gunpowder, but of course it's completely full of holes. So it was obviously used for something, and obviously it's lead, so I'm not sure. A little bit of square lead, no idea. Apologies for the shadows, by the way. It's a very glum and gloomy day here in Essex after the beautiful day yesterday. This thing here, I'm very, very intrigued by. It's been worked. I'm pretty sure, look, you can see the filing marks. I don't know what it is. It's bronze, obviously. It's very heavy. It's a bit thinner that side, so it's not kind of uniform like it would have come out of a machine in any way. Yeah, and it's got something about it. So if you've got any ideas of what that might be, I'd be really pleased to hear about it. I did film this, but I haven't kept it in. I thought this was going to be a lump of hack silver at one point. It's not, sadly. Then we had a little watch winder. Again, never mind finding those. Not much to it, but again, not a problem for me at all. Apologies for the shadow. We then had on the right there 2 George II half pennies, and you can see his bust facing left on both. We had 2 George VI, a half penny and a penny. We had 3 George V coins, including this beautiful silver sixpence, which has cleaned up an absolute treat with a little polishing cloth and a little bit of silvo. That has come up like the day it was dropped. 1918, never mind a bit of silver. Thank you very much. But my favourite George V coin is this one. Not just because it's got a beautiful green patina to it, that lovely jade green that you often see on the Queen Victoria coins, but most of you won't know that I'm actually a massive fan of the Royal Mail ship Titanic. Spent a lot of time in my high school years researching the Titanic, did lots and lots of visits to various places in the UK where it was built and docked and various other things. And I just have a real affinity for not only the wonderful romantic story of the Titanic, but of course the tragedy that surrounded it as well. And I actually had a relation of my other half who was on it and went down with the ship. So yeah, lots of affinity to the Titanic. Why do I say that, Marcus? Well, because this penny came from 1912. So to think this rolled off the mint around the same time as that tragedy, and obviously everything that happened around the Titanic and the families it affected down in Southampton and all over the world, makes that, for me, a very cool coin. And then last but by no means least, this little coin which we had right near the end. It is a coin. I'm very confident this is a little farthing, and I'm also very confident that it dates from the 1600s, so the oldest coin of the day. It's got something land on that side, not much detail on it, I'm afraid, and it's also got the name William, which you might be able to see a little bit of. The light's not very good. William something on that side. And to give you an example, it's exactly the same size and thickness of this coin, which I also found at Sudbury. I found 2 or 3 of these kind of little tokeny type things in Sudbury. So to give you an idea of probably what it would have looked like, this one is a different name. It's not a William, this one. I think this is a Richard or something. But ultimately, that's what it will be. One of these little tokens used for tender as a farthing back in the 1600s. So very, very happy with that. All in all, a pretty special day. And as I said, I hope you enjoyed it just as much, even half as much as I did making it. Thanks as always, and I'll see you on the next one.